Welcome back to the Big Natural Talk Show podcast show. I want to be completely honest with you. We experienced an error when we were recording this episode, so a lot of it we're not going to be able to share with you, unfortunately. But I do think it's a very good episode still. I sat down with Joe DeRosa, and he just kind of shared some of his opinions and experiences. One of the cool things he mentioned that you guys aren't going to see, unfortunately, is that he was able to speak to George Carlin on the phone years back, and George Carlin gave him some like really cool advice. George Carlin's like one of his inspirations in doing comedy. He also talked about the first time he ever did comedy and how he was kind of ranting and offended somebody who was from his hometown, but it kind of drove him to want to do more of it. And if you're not familiar with Joe DeRosa, check his stuff out. He's so good. He just had a special come out called I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. It's amazing. And yeah, he's just a very talented, like down-to-earth guy. So I'm very grateful he came on my podcast, and I'm very sad that we kind of made a mistake in our recording system. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I certainly loved having him on. I hope I can have him on again next time. We'll make sure there's no recording errors. Thank you. The Big Natural Talk Show podcast show.
I was probably a year into New York at the time.
Okay.
And I remember I was having a very tough time in my dating life and I was really frustrated because I remember I was like, I feel like I'm too sensitive, and like I get thrown into this like nice guy compartment by women.
Yeah.
And like, I don't want to be an asshole, but like at the same time, like, I don't know. I just couldn't like break through. At that time, I couldn't break through into dating in New York. And I was like really kind of down about it. And I was telling jokes about it. And I had a joke about, I'm too sensitive and women don't like that, and da-da-da-da-da, punchline, I'm gay, or, whatever, some cheap punchline.
Yeah.
And I came off stage and Marina was like, why are you ruining that punchline, that setup, that premise with a cheap punchline? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, Joe, you're not gay. Like you're sensitive and you're frustrated about that.
Yeah.
Like, so why don't you talk about that? And that was a huge like eureka moment.
That is a really
when she
cool
said that
thing.
to me. I was like, oh yeah, you have to say the real thing.
Yeah.
And then you'll get to the funny part of that somehow, right?
Yeah.
But that's advice that's some of the best comedy advice I ever got.
Okay.
And I've passed it along as much as I can. The other thing too was Patton Oswalt told me once, because I used to open for Patton all the time. Mm-hmm. He told me once, I remember I told him a premise of a joke, and he said, well, what's the point? And I go, well, what do you mean, what's the point? And he goes, you're just saying a thing you already think.
Oh, okay.
He goes, you think it, and you're just saying you think it. He goes, every one of my jokes, I try to have a moment of discovery. And I remember this.
Interesting.
The premise of the joke was, it was when all those like reality shows were on with all like the musicians. So it was like Rock of Love, Flavor of Love.
Yeah.
And like, I was just, and the premise was like, these fucking shows, they suck.
Yeah.
20 of the worst women that have ever lived are going to try to fuck a guy I used to look up to, and now I'm disappointed in because he's doing this show or whatever. And Pat was like, why are you, no disrespect, Flavor Flav, I'm sorry. But Pat was like, there's no discovery in that.
Yeah.
And he goes, if I were doing the joke, I would say, I used to hate shows like Rock of Love because all they did was parade around the 20 filthiest women on earth. And he goes, but then I realized this show is great because now I know where they all are and how to avoid them. And I was like, again, it was just like this, like, I was like, oh my God, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yes. That was really good advice.
Yeah, I love that. That's I like that. I'm going to try to use that. 'Cause sometimes I'll just do cheap things too, where it's like,
It's
my
hard not to.
punchline is like, I don't mean it. I'm just saying it because I want people to laugh. But normally, like, something's true. It's either like the beginning's true or the end's true. But
It's hard not to. It's
Yeah.
hard not to just drift into, well, that will work.
yeah,
You know, because what happens is this is you know what you want to say, you know what you wish you could say,
yeah,
and you sometimes you try it and it doesn't work, right?
Yep.
So I'll give it another shot tomorrow, and then you stumble into this other thing, and the other thing works, and you know that it's not really the right way to do it, but it works, and then you
Yeah.
get into the habit of throwing it in and saying I'll fix it later, and then before you know it, it's this permanent set piece where you're
Yeah.
just telling the same incorrect joke over and over again.
yeah. And that's not a good place, I feel like, to be in. I'm pretty new. I'm only like 9 months in still, so I'm still kind of like trying to figure out my style. But if I say something I don't mean, I like literally feel bad about it after. Like, I feel like
That's good, though.
it weighs on my consciousness where I'm like, why did I say that? It was just a cheap way.
No, but that's
But-
good. That's good that you instinctually have that happening.
Yeah, I hate lying, so it just feels
That's
like
good.
I'm lying.
No, that's good. It's good that instinctually that's been your reaction, because that'll only strengthen over time.
Nice.
And push yourself toward it. It's tough. It's like when 9 months is a tough time because on the one hand you want to grow and you want to push yourself and you want to get to this place you're trying to get to quickly. On the other
Yeah.
hand, you don't have the luxury of any carte blanche or anything like that. So you have to do well.
True.
So it is a very tricky balancing act,
Yeah.
But you'll figure it out. Don't try to do it all at once.
Yeah, you're right.
Comedy is like decorating a house. Don't try to do it all at once. You got to do it
For
one
sure.
room at a time. So, when you want to try the new thing, go up with the 4 other things work.
Yeah.
Try the new thing. When that new thing works, great. Move it in. Get one of the bullshit things out. You know what I mean? It's just, you never throw away your couch before you get a new couch.
Yeah, it's a good point.
But you got to let the old couch motivate you to get the new couch.
Yeah.
I
like
you
that.
can't just keep sleeping or sitting on the same shitty couch and go,
For sure.
whatever.
Yeah. I have ADD too, where I'm like, I want to keep trying new things, but it's like I need to like focus and like work things out more probably. But yeah, I wanted to ask you, out of all the comedy clubs in Austin, I know like the Mothership's so good. Do you have any other favorites? Or what are your favorite comedy
Of
clubs?
course, yeah. Creek and Cave. Rebecca's one of my oldest friends in comedy at
I
this
love
point.
her.
I love her. I love the club.
Yep. I love Creek so much too.
I love Sunset. I love Red Band.
Mm-hmm.
The whole crew over there, they're great. Roscoe's is great.
Yeah, I love Roscoe's too.
I'd say those. Yeah, those are my 4.
I agree. I love those
go-
too.
Nice square. I go Roscoe's, Mothership, Sunset. Oh, and Vulcan.
Yeah,
Nick,
Vulcan's
Nick
good.
and the Vulcan are really good. That's 5.
Yep.
But all those places I really, really enjoy. And it's nice to be friendly with or friends with the people, kind of run in those places.
Yeah.
That's a nice feeling to like, have like a connection. Adam at Mothership is, and Carrie, the whole crew over there, they're amazing. And then there's Rebecca and like I said, Red Band, Christine, and everybody's great. Like they're all like everybody that are at these rooms are really, really. It's nice to have friendships with them.
Yeah, they're all really cool. I don't know everybody, but the people I have met have been super nice, and like you can tell they really care about what they're doing, which I think is important.
Yeah. But I think, and there's other great rooms that I'm not mentioning, but it's only because I don't frequent them a lot. But I was at Black Rabbit today, and
Nice.
that's a nice room, And I do it once in a while, but like I was doing Derek and Hassan's podcast over there, and
Nice.
like a lot of comics hit that room all the time, and and I know I've never. Well, I'm going to drive myself crazy trying to mention every club, but like
Yeah.
East Austin.
Yeah, that one's good too.
I've been inside of it, but I've never performed at it.
Okay.
But I really should do that. I can walk to it. I don't
Oh,
know
really?
why I'm
Are
not.
you on that in that area?
I'm in
I
that
like that
area.
area a lot.
It's great over
Yeah.
there.
It's so cool.
It's great over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've done that one time, but I got a migraine from the spotlight. And I like forgot all my jokes. Like I'm very sensitive to light, and for whatever reason, I think I maybe had too many drinks at that point anyway. I'm also trying to figure that out where I'm like, do I drink before I do comedy or do I not? I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think that you should.
Don't? Okay.
No.
All right.
I don't think that you. I don't think anybody should be drinking or smoking weed or doing mushrooms before they do comedy.
Yeah.
As, when they're under at least 10 years.
Okay. All right. Well, like, I'm not going to do it ever again.
Yeah. Like I get, well, here's the thing. I don't want to be a hypocrite. In the beginning, I drank.
Yeah.
But not because I wanted to be drunk. My nerves would be out of control, and I literally would like visibly be shaking.
Yeah.
So I would drink to just let myself get to a place where I felt like I feel now, like just normal.
Yeah.
But to this day, I do not. I'm not saying I'm an angel and I never drink on stage or before I go on, but like I certainly do not get myself to a place of inebriation.
Yeah.
You know, once in a while, if it's a fucking goof or something, you know, like I was out drinking, I was day drinking with Matt Edgar once and Rachel Wolfson day drinking one day, and we ran into Amy Shanker.
Oh, okay.
And we were drunk, and she was like, "Can you come do this podcast at the Creek? It's going to be in front of an audience." I was like, well, we're pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
And she's like, "It's fine, don't worry about it." And it was like, it was at 6 p.m.
Okay.
They were like, whatever, it's a goof, like who cares, we're having fun.
Yeah.
That's different. That's different.
Yep.
And if I knew I had to do it, I wouldn't have gone day drinking. You know, like, but like if I have to go on stage, I will admit this: if it's a shit show, I'll drink.
Okay.
If it's a venue that I'm like, why don't you guys go fuck yourselves? You're a bunch of fucking assholes in here.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's different. But that doesn't happen very often. Yeah. But yeah, man, I've said it to young guys on Kill Tony. They come on stage and I'm on mushrooms right now. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What are you doing?
That's actually crazy.
You know?
I would never. With mushrooms. Like one drink maybe, just to like help with my nerves. But I do want to not even use that. Because I don't really drink that much anyway. And I feel like I'm just using it to like make myself less nervous. But I'm very introverted, and I feel like it's just something I have to like overcome. I
honestly think if you are able in some sort of medicinal way to utilize a substance in order to get calm, so you can go do the job you have to do, I don't think that's a bad thing, but I also think it's something, a crutch that you have to let go of.
I agree. I
mean, I have moments. I was just out I just did Chappelle's summer camp thing.
Oh, wow.
And the first night I was about to go on stage and my fucking nerves were going a mile a minute.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, please, I just want to do well. And there's too many comics here that I admire. And I just, please, I just want to do well, you know? And we were in the green room and I was like side-eyeing the bar, you know? Yep. And I was like, I could do a shot, and it would just. And I was like, no. Now I had a beer. Okay. I was like, just sip your beer.
Yeah.
It's okay. All right, you know, you do a shot, you're gonna feel buzzed. Don't go out there feeling buzzed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need these nerves right now. Use them. You know, that whole thing.
That makes sense.
Like, so I think it's a crutch that you have to be able to, in the beginning, control and then let go of. And also be able to, if you know, not need or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. There are people that will very much disagree with me. I will sound like an old man right now and whatever. I think to like the like your generation, whatever you want to call it, your class of comics. I don't want to say your generation because it's more about it's all different ages.
True.
But the class of young comics that you're in, I think everybody smokes way too much fucking weed.
Yeah,
and
a lot of people
I think
do.
they just treat weed like it's nothing, and everybody's going on stage high. Not everybody, but people just
Yeah.
going on stage like high.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, it's. And people will go, well, you know, we see so and so do it. It's like,
Yeah.
well, so and so, he's there. He made it.
Yeah, you have to maybe just do like sober for a while.
It's
Like 10 years, and then you can kind of dabble maybe. But
It's crucial.
yeah.
And I get the whole thing of like, but weed helps me write, and it helps me, you know, all that shit.
Yeah.
You know, we you know, look, we could all play this game of, you know, well, Charles Bukowski did readings of his own writing shit-faced, and he would write shit-faced. It's like, well, yeah, Charles Bukowski hit the target somehow as a severe alcoholic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, or, you know, or like, well, Snoop Dogg always smoked weed, and he's famous. You know, like, yeah, Stephen King was a cokehead and a drunk, and he wrote all these books, and it's like, yeah, but those things were happening, I think, simultaneously.
Yeah.
The success was happening along with the abuse.
Yeah.
And when the abuse got to be too much, it had to leave and things, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I just think, like, I don't know. I just think, again, I know I kind of sound like the old man or whatever, but, like, to me, like, you get your work done, you whatever. And people will argue this with me, too, about weed. This is my thing with weed, is that, do people even still call it weed? I don't smoke it anymore.
I think so. I smoke sometimes,
I mean-
but I don't smoke when I do comedy because I'd have a panic attack. I think.
Well, I've gone on stage stoned twice. One of the shows was a show where you were supposed to get stoned.
Oh, okay.
And I used to love weed too, but
Yeah.
my brain got to a point in my 20s where I was like, this doesn't work.
I feel like that's normal.
Freaks
though.
me out.
Yeah.
But anyway, people would argue like, well, dude, you know, if you go on stage with a Jack and Coke, then how's that different from me having a couple hits before to me, there's a huge fucking difference.
Yeah.
I'm sipping a drink that will have basically zero effect on me.
Yeah.
Over the course of 30 minutes, 15 of those I'll be on stage.
Yeah.
You're ingesting something that will instantly take you into another mindset. And you might not realize that anymore because you have a tolerance now, but that is what it is. And I don't know. I just think it's like not a great thing I don't think it's bad that people do it. Like, I'm not prudish about it, like whatever. What I do think is bad, though, is that I feel like it's like a staple part of it now. Like, I feel
Really,
like I see it everywhere with young comedians.
Yeah.
And it's like, guys, man, you're going to look up and you're going to be 40.
Yeah.
You can't, like I get it. Have the party.
Yeah.
Have the party. Just have it after you're done work.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking partied my fucking ass off through my 20s and 30s, but it was always after work.
Yeah. Where do you feel like you get that like drive from? Do you feel like your parents were very like
Desperation.
motivated, or you just love what you do and you're like, I want to do as much as I can?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you.
No, I didn't mean to step on you.
No, you didn't. I was too eager to answer your question.
But is it just something you were born with, or you learned it?
No, I learned it. It's desperation. It's my parents, my family, period.
Yeah.
Never had money.
Okay.
They had enough money for us to live.
Yeah.
But I was not coming from any there was no inheritance coming to me.
Yeah.
There was no bailout coming to me. There was no somebody else will pay my rent until I figure this out coming to me.
Yeah.
There was none of that. So it was like, okay, if you're going to do this, you better figure out how to fucking make money off of it quick, or as quick as possible, because otherwise you got to go get an even more time-consuming day job while you figure this out. You know, the other part of it was too, when I moved home to start doing comedy, my mom said, "This is it. This is your last time."
Wow.
And I was 21, maybe 22.
Okay.
And she said, "That's it. Figure this out and get the fuck out of here."
Whoa.
So there was that. There was, you know, it was desperation. It was just, look, I always said when I started, if I could do comedy and supplement my income where all I had to do was deliver pizza 20 hours a week so I could do comedy, I made it.
Yeah.
I made it. My friends would go, "What are you, idiot?" And I was like, "No, I don't care," because the pizza thing, that's brainless. Because that's
Yeah.
what I was doing when I started. I was delivering pizza.
That's funny. That's what he did too.
Yeah, it's a great job to have when you want to be a comic because you can write all the time in your car. I worked the pizza thing. I stopped because of the nighttime thing. But there was another place I delivered food for, and it was lunch and breakfast. It was a deli. That was perfect. It sucked having to get up at 6 a.m., but I'd work from 8 a.m. till 2.
Oh, okay. That is perfect.
There's just apps. Like you can deliver food, you can set your own schedule. I was doing Instacart. Like when I moved here.
That's what every comedian who has a functioning car, new comedian who has a functioning car should be doing.
Yeah.
They should be delivering for DoorDash.
Yeah.
Not Uber, because Uber you have to have passengers and you can't whatever. You should deliver for DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever the fuck it is, and because you can write the entire time you're driving.
Yeah.
And you can listen to comedy and podcasts the entire time you're driving. It is a full isolation crash course
Yeah.
in comedy when you can get paid doing something alone,
true.
like truly alone. It's you don't have to think.
Yeah.
You have to pick the food up and follow the map. That's it. You know?
80% of my bits come from the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm doing that or not.
Yeah.
In the car, just like it's something about like that kind of autopilot state, like you're
Yeah.
driving,
Yeah.
and your mind just kind of naturally starts. It's like falling asleep at night.
Yeah.
Another time, like a lot of jokes will come.
Me too. Yeah.
But yeah, I 100% agree with you.
I love
But
that.
and it should just and the other thing is too, the job should be there to allow for the habit.
Yeah.
Comedy, you're a drug addict. You
Yeah.
have to feed the habit. What's the easiest way to feed the habit? What's the most productive way to feed the habit?
Yeah.
And also, what's going to make me just enough money to feed the habit? No
Right.
drug addict is looking to work harder.
Yeah.
They're looking to work enough to feed the habit.
Right.
So the job should be just enough money to keep you alive
Yep.
so you can feed the habit. That's it. You know, I started with a lot of, this is such an old, almost tired cliche story in comedy, but it's true. And there's a reason so many comedians have it. I started with guys that were funnier than me, that were better at stand-up than me, that understood it in a way that I did not immediately. They understood it.
Yeah.
90% of them are gone
Wow.
from stand-up. Gone. Why? I'm going to keep my kitchen job where I'm a
Yeah.
chef. It's like, well, you can have a kitchen job. You can't be a chef.
Yeah.
That's a career. That's money.
Yep.
Once you have career money coming in, forget it, man. You're
Yeah.
gonna go, that's stand-up shit. I mean, I'm not driving to fucking Atlantic City for $40.
Right.
You can't do that. You got to be like, God damn, okay, I got a show in Atlantic City and I make $40? I'm fucking going to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
That's the first time I ever got paid. I drove from Collegeville, Pennsylvania to Atlantic City. I made $35.
Nice.
And I was like, holy shit, man, I'm doing it. Like, you know, it was crazy. And look, it's not glamorous. It's not romantic. Or it could be
Yeah.
romantic, I guess, but it's not glamorous.
Yeah.
And it's soul crushing, but that's what it takes. And,
Yeah.
you know, so that's why I say like just weed, booze, whatever. You got to be careful with all that shit
Yeah.
because your brain has to be so goddamn locked into being able to go do this goddamn job you don't want to do for the amount of hours you need to do it so you can grit your teeth, make the money, feed the habit, and then go, I will drive all the way the fuck over there for this or whatever.
Like
you
the
know?
comedy needs to be the addiction, not like the
It's a hard
substances.
balancing act.
Yeah,
It's a
I
very, very
agree.
hard balancing act to do.
That makes sense.
So I don't know, whatever that's worth.
Yeah, no, I love that. Thank you.
Sure.
There was one more thing I wanted to ask you about. When I saw you at Creek, when you came out and like answered questions, I think you mentioned that you were in Austin for 9/11.
I was.
Like you were living here at the time?
Yeah. Yeah, I lived in Austin in 2000,
Okay.
which is when I fell in love with Austin. I've been wanting
Yeah.
to move back to Austin for 25 years.
Wow.
Or 23, I guess, because I got my place here a little over a year ago.
Nice.
But I've been wanting to live in Austin all that time, and I never moved back. I would come back once a year to do shows,
Okay.
but I never moved back because when I started in comedy, you had to live in New York or LA.
Okay.
There was no. The internet was not what it is now, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And those were the two scenes. That was it. There were scenes where you could start out that were decent, like Philly or Chicago, or whatever. But you had to live in L.A. or
New York.
New York, and I always said, God, I want to live in Austin again, but I can't because of work.
Yeah.
Also, too, in the early aughts, Austin Airport was not great. And
True.
You couldn't get direct flights and all that shit. And then, lo and behold, now there's this wonderful comedy scene here.
Yeah.
And the airport works. And suddenly I was like, oh, I could actually live in Austin, like at least part of the time. So that's what I've been doing. But I was here on 9/11. Dudley and Bob, it's now Matt and Bob, but back when it was Dudley and Bob, the morning radio show, that's how I heard the news.
Whoa.
The alarm clock went off and it was their morning show.
Damn.
And they were like, oh shit.
Okay. Well, it's been so great having you.
Thanks for having me.
I feel like I've learned a lot, and I'd love to have you again anytime that
Thanks.
you want to. You have a golden ticket.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. I
And I
appreciate
appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to plug?
Yeah. My new special's out. I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. Go check it out on my YouTube. My YouTube is at Joe DeRosa Comedy. If you guys could link it in the description.
Yeah, we will, for sure.
Thanks. And then I'm on the road. When does this come out?
This will come out probably like next week. Great.
Cool. So I'm on the road. I'll be in Tampa in September. I will also be at the Mothership in September. Those are back-to-back headlining weekends. Side Splitters in Tampa, Mothership in Austin. And first weekend of October, I'll be at the Punchline in San Francisco. So come to those shows, joederosa.com for tickets. And again, check out the special. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joe.